although you do. How many of you guys realize your success, your ability to motivate your audience and to put your audience into action is your responsibility? Put them up. Oh, yeah. And your financial success, your prosperity is directly related to how good you do that. You guys get that, right? Oh, yeah. See, if it wasn't for this presentation being as good as it is, I'd still be working. And there's 150 of you in this room today, and my wife was just one of countless. Just one person. That presentation took me from working, I couldn't even enjoy the toys that we had. I couldn't enjoy anything because that's all I did. Now, Kelly and I, she just kept moving forward. She'd say, no, we're going forward, we're going forward, we're going forward. We invested well over $100,000 in education with Marshall alone. It's changed my life forever. And I would do it 10 times over again. I give up every single thing that we had, every single thing that we have now to make the changes. Because that's when things start moving forward in your life, when you get rid of what wasn't working and what got you here isn't necessarily what's going to get you forward, right? How many of you guys agree with that? Right. Your ability to change your subconscious mind and say, I'm moving forward regardless. I know I need to go forward. That's the thing that's going to make you successful. And to be a powerful speaker to change the lives of the people in the room. How many of you guys get that? Fantastic. One of the most amazing things that happened is Kelly and I had the opportunity to spend intimate time with Marshall at some upper level of his courses. We're talking very near one-on-one time. 3 days just sitting down with the guy, another 6 days on a private island, and recently more intimate time on an individual basis. I call it my prosperity by osmosis. It just absorbs. Osmosis is your ability just to absorb the room around you, and it's being in that environment, being so in tune with what I was receiving and what Kelly was the one who got it all started. So when I say I mean we. That investment for her in us and in myself changed forever, and getting to that upper level. Just being in the room for 3 days and going, this is how I got to think, and by the end of it, it was this is how I'm thinking. How many of you guys want to really, really deeply implant success into your subconscious mind? Put them up and say yeah. Yesterday, John talked about the $1 notepads. Everybody put up your dollar notepad, which you took pads on yesterday. Who's going to give that back for $5 even today? Nobody. For $5, there's a return on investment. The one that you put the notes in? No. There's a 500% return on investment on the notes that you took even yesterday, not to mention the next 3 days. Reminds me, I got a call last week from a friend of mine that about 3 years ago, Kelly and I were out in the boat, and he calls me up and he says, hey, you guys are doing pretty good. We've got a classic 68 convertible Camaro, fast Trans Am. We've got jet skis. We got boats. Well, now it's boat. Anyway, he says, I got a boat for sale. It's 40 G's. Do you want to buy it? I said, no, I appreciate the offer, but I can't do that right now. I've already got one. Now, those of you guys know I don't say but anymore, so it was before. This is when I was thinking like a pauper. I asked him a couple weeks later, I said, hey, that boat, did you ever sell it? He goes, yeah, and that guy's making a ton of money. What? See, that boat was a diving boat. It was down in the Florida Keys. It was in Key West. And that boat turned out $200,000 to $250,000 net a year. I said, you got to be kidding me. Why didn't you tell me that? He goes, listen, I was distracted. I had some challenges with my family, and my situation had changed. Right? Basically was what he was telling me. And I passed up on an opportunity to earn passively. He doesn't even have to be there. That boat runs by itself. $200,000 to $250,000 a year for a $40,000 investment. How many of you could come up with $40,000 to make $200,000 to $250,000 passive? See, it reminds me because I got a call just last week, and my buddy goes, hey, I hear that boat's for sale again. I said, how much is it? He goes, it's about $50,000. I go, why is the guy giving away for $50,000? Economy's tough, blah, blah, blah. And he says, no, the boat's doing better than ever because it was, it's the boat that everybody goes to. Great location, great stuff, and it's making $250,000 to $300,000. How many of you right now today could come up with $50,000 when you know it's going to make you $200,000 to $300,000 a year? $50,000, because the boat's for sale. All right, if you can come up, when you come up with 50 G's and you know that you're going to get $200,000 to $300,000, you'd find a way to do it, wouldn't you? That's the way that we think now. See, 3 years ago, I missed out on that opportunity because I let an opportunity pass me by. And now I don't do that anymore. Going through the education, and making the investment in myself, learning how to do what we do now is what took us from that side of the room to this side of the room, from that side of my life to this side of my life. How many of you guys want to make that change and be so successful that there's no looking back? Put it up and say, oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Today's the day that you're going to learn how that happens. You guys excited to get it done? Put them up and say, oh yeah? I need more than that. You guys ready for an amazing day? Put them up and say, oh yeah! Congratulations, guys. Today is your day for success. Focus your attention on the screen and hold on tight. Get those notes out. Today it begins.